What's up everybody? Welcome back to my 12 Days of Christmas Day 3. Today I am going to show you how I do my makeup. This is my everyday makeup. I'm going to start off with how I take care of my skin before I apply my makeup. It takes me about 15 to 20 minutes. I can do it in like 10 minutes when I'm taking my time. Today I took it slow just to take you through all the steps that I do. I hope these are helpful for you. Starting off with my makeup routine, I'm going to show you what I do to prep my face. This is what I use to wash my face. It is the Garnier Skin Active Water Cleansing. So I'll use this I use coconut oil, I wipe it off, and then I use almond oil to moisturize my face. I use lots of oil to make it to a normal amount of normalcy in my skin. I kind of dragged on with them. Alright, I always start off with my eyes first. I'm going to prep my eyelids with Maybelline Master Concealer in the shade Light. This is actually too dark for me right now, so I'm just going to use it for the top of my lids. And the reason why I put concealer on my lid is kind of like giving yourself a clean slate for your eyeshadow. Takes away all the veins, gets rid of any darkness that's there. See the difference? So I always do this before I put on eyeshadow. And then I go in with the RNCA No Color Powder, and I use this to set the concealer. I'm not putting the powder over eyeshadow over the cream so it doesn't look blotchy. I'll put this on just so the eyeshadow can go in really smooth. Oh, and for the brush, I'm using an e.l.f. blush brush. And for my transition color, I am going in with the, honestly, I don't know what kind of brush this is, but I love it because it's just really fluffy. I'm gonna go in, which is almost gone, obviously. This is a Morphe 350 palette, and I'm just using that really light tan color. I'm gonna put it right in my crease. When in doubt, blend it out. It's a secret to eyeshadow. Another secret is to layer colors. It's not really a secret, it's just a tip. Another one is brushes. I'm going over with the same color, except I picked up a little bit more product. I have smaller eyes, so I do like to bring it out on the side. It appears to make my eyes look a little bigger. Next, I'm going in with the Morphe M441, and I'm still going to use the Morphe M50 palette, and I'm going to go in with this kind of a baby puke or poopy color, whichever one, but it's pretty. What I'm going to do with this one, I'm going to keep it lower, a little bit in and under my crease and not so much above it. What I did with that last color, I brought it up to my brow. This one, I just want to keep it low. I get this brush and I like dig it in like that, and then I dust it off. You don't just want to do a little dab, you want to like get it in there. Also, another thing when you're doing your eyeshadow, much easier to hold the mirror away and just look at yourself straight on, because that is what people are seeing. They're not seeing you with your eyes closed like that all the time. They're seeing you straight on. And so doing that, you're able just to go along with your eye shape, but can actually visually see how your makeup is looking as you go. And now that I actually have placed my eyeshadow where I want it, then that's when I'll just kind of go in and blend it out like that. So now that I have the color applied how I want it, I'm gonna go back with that fluffy brush that I had with no product on it. Just gonna buff it all in. I'm going in circular motions, up and down, side to side, just to blend those two colors in a little more seamless. Alright, now for my lid color, I'm going in with a flat brush. Again, this is another one that I got from Amazon. And what I do to make my eyes pop a little bit more and make the shadow on my lid a little more pigmented, I use a setting spray. This is just one by Maybelline. I'm not a fan of it for my base to set my makeup, but I just use it for my eyeshadow. So to avoid a mess, I'll just spray it into my lid like that, and then I'll get my brush and dip it in. And then I go in with this kind of shimmery color right there. Or it's not really shimmery, it's more metallic-y. And that's what wetting your brush does. It just makes the eyeshadow a little bit more metallic. rather than going on powdery. It goes on just a wet look. And I start in my crease right here, and I just go till about a little over halfway. I don't bring it all the way out because then I'm just messing up on that shadow I put over there. Then I just leave the makeup as it is, and then I actually go back and do finishing touches on my eyes later. But right now I'm gonna go into my face. So what I use to prime my face is the Nivea Sensitive Post Shave Balm for Men. It's sticky, so what it does makes your makeup just stick to your face. It makes it last a little bit longer. So for my makeup brush, this is a Morphe brush. It's all scratched off. I have no idea what it is, but it's just a dome one, and it's really dense. It's really thick. It's more like a medium coverage because it's still a pretty thick brush. And then I'm going in with the L'Oreal Infallible Pro Glow Foundation. I like this one. It is a dewy foundation. They also have a matte one, but I like this one because it has a good last time. I feel like it doesn't fade or blotch or anything, and it just goes on really, really pretty. So see how I'm just cleaning up that eyeshadow that was brought down. Now this foundation is a medium coverage, and also what I like about it is that on days when I'm really wanting to go glam and put on some makeup and have fun with it, I can put 2 layers on it, and instead of it looking cakey, it layers really well and it gives more of a full coverage. After that I do concealer just to cover up. I go in with both of these, the Master Conceal along with the Makeup Forever Ultra HD Concealer. I do like this one, but like I said, it's a little bit dark and this one's a little bit too light, so I'm just gonna mix them. And this is a Real Techniques Beauty Blender. So what you do, you get it wet so it can just soak up any excess product, and it just makes any kind of liquids go on so pretty. And as I'm doing this, this is where I try to go in and try to create a really clean line for my eyeshadow. All right, now to go in and put some dimension back into my face, I'm gonna go in with the Kat Von D Shade Light Contour Palette, and I'm using the shade Shadow Play. And I just go in with a small fluffy brush like this. All it says is me, me, me. I'm just lightly dusting it right there. I'm just kind of do it in circular motions like that, and then I'll bring the rest of it down. I have a smaller forehead, so I keep it really close to my hairline. Next, I'm going with the Real Techniques blush brush, and I'm gonna use this brush to bronze my face. I use a Physicians Formula Butter Bronzer. I don't wanna go over my concealer. I start at the top here, and I just fluff it around. I'm gonna go back in with the same blush brush, and I'm actually gonna apply blush. This is Milani, and the shade is Luminoso. And dust it on my cheeks. And then whatever's left, I'll put it on my chin. And then I go in with highlighter. I use a fluffy brush like this, a fan brush. This is by Morphe. And for the highlighter, I'm using the Jaclyn Hill Becca Cosmetics highlighter. And usually I just go in with the whole thing, so I'm just dust it like that. And I'm putting it at the top of my cheekbones. And then I'll just put it up here on my temples, but I'll also put it at the tip of my nose, and then I'll just dust it. Now I'm gonna go back in with the eyes. So I'm gonna go in with that same flat brush that I use, and I still have some of the spray in the lid, so I'm gonna dip it in the lid. I'm gonna go back with that highlighter that I just used. I'm gonna put it on the inner tear ducts of my eyes. Then I'm gonna go in with the same fluffy brush that I used earlier. I use this to highlight my brow bone. Alright, once I do that, I'm gonna go in again with the RMCA powder and then the blush brush by e.l.f. and I'm gonna set my concealer. Now I'm gonna go back in with the flat brush with product still on it and just kind of touch up what I just did. Alright, next I'm going in with the Morphe, just a really tiny precision brush. I'm gonna use a Morphe 350 palette once again, and I'm gonna use that pukey color right here for my lower bottom line. I'm making it blend into the eyeshadow that I made out here on the side. I'm gonna go in with the little dome brush, and the brand is Cosfan. It's a little dome brush, kind of fluffy like that. And I'm gonna go back into the Morphe 350 palette with the lightest shade and just buff out and soften up the bottom line. Alright, so I did my eyebrows, and the reason why that we didn't put that in is because everybody's eyebrows are different. Mine, I know, are not going to be the same as yours, so if I give you a tutorial on mine, it's not going to apply to yours at all. A good general rule of thumb is to get a color that matches your natural hair color. But what I do, I just like to make the tail come out a little bit longer, and I color in the bottom of my brows and the corners over here, because if you do it on top too much, it'll look just too boxy and too artificial. So I'll do it heavier at the bottom, and then I'll just kind of dust it upward. And also know your eyebrows. I know that this eyebrow is way funky. I saw this saying once, one eyebrow be Gucci and another one be Walmart, and this is my Walmart eyebrow. Just know your eyebrows, know what to fill in, know what spots don't grow hair like the other one does, and just make them match. But also your eyebrows are sisters, not twins, so don't fret over it too much. And then I'm just gonna finish everything off with mascara. I don't use eyeliner. I feel like my eyes are small, so when I do eyeliner, it just makes them look heavier. So I just go in with mascara. This is my absolute favorite mascara. This is the L'Oreal Voluminous Carbon Black Mascara. I like this one because it doesn't flake and it does not smudge and it doesn't fade gray over the day. It just stays the same. I do hold the mirror down under me so I can see underneath my lid, and I'm making sure that I'm getting my eyelashes from the root up. I also like to angle them inwards and swipe them like going in, because it just makes all your eyelashes stand up and makes them look longer and just bigger and a little more dramatic. Since I don't wear eyeliner, I do go in with a lot of mascara just because I like to have big lashes, but I don't like using false lashes either. I never do a fresh dip and then do my bottom lashes. I always do my lashes, and whatever is left, then I'll go to the bottom, just because I don't like my bottom lashes to look like, you know, just spider legs. Alright, and then to top everything off, I'm gonna put on some lipstick. This is MAC in the shade Velvet Teddy. A very nudish color with a brown undertone. I love it. Very natural, not too heavy for a day-to-day. Alright guys, thank you so much for watching. I hope you all found this helpful. Remember, these are just guidelines, they're not rules. I hope you can take and pick whatever works for you. I will be doing a Q&A soon about anything that you'd like to ask me, if it's fitness or makeup related, or anything you can think of. You can leave a comment down below, or you can message me on my Facebook or my Instagram.